Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. Football. Fantasy. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. This is Week 8 Fantasy Football, Fullbuddy Fantasy Football. We got the host Craig Bentley, his brother Corey Bentley, and me, Travis Kenney from Fullbuddy Cast. And we are just going to do what we usually do on a Sunday morning, and that is predict, give you the best tips, the best advice that we can come up with. And I want to tell you this right now. If you don't like that, we can live with it. All right, so we've got the stardoms, we got the sit-ems, we got the pick them up from the waiver wire. If they're still sitting there and you have a waiver claim area that allows you to do it within before the games start, and then we'll do our lock of the week. We got something else though. We got some people that have asked some questions. Jared Skelly. Now Jared, he kind of is asking more full-on fantasy football. In toto. We'll do that on the other episode. Signani, he has hit us up with several questions, which a couple of them I was already going to touch on. So I'm excited about that. But I started thinking about something. Now, every fantasy football podcast, they have some sort of I don't know, prediction with music, and they'll even use a funny voice to pick. Oh, this is the time where we do the lock of the week.
Is that your spooky?
That's our spooky
Halloween.
It's a Halloween special.
Yeah, Halloween special. Ooh, DTV. But the thing that we're gonna do, and I started thinking about it. Okay, luck. Fantasy football is luck. It's like playing poker. In a sense, you're trying to build your best hand, and you're thinking that so there's some skill involved, but there's also some luck involved. And so you need that luck portion of it. You think of charms, okay? When you think of Lucky Charms, you think of shamrocks and horseshoes. And Craig you're now the shamrock. You're the shamrock guy.
Okay.
Horseshoes for the Colts and Corey.
That fits perfectly.
What's left? Rainbows. I'm not probably the guys represent rainbows. Not looking to make this a political post. Stars. I do view myself as a star. What are some other gold coin? We'll go with the gold coin. I don't know if that's a charm or not.
Sure.
But I'm the gold coin.
Okay.
No, moon. I'm a half moon.
I'm interested in where this is going.
Yeah. So that'll be at the end. That'll be at the end when we do our. You're gonna need some luck. Actually, you could sprinkle it at some point. If you have some super sleeper, you're like, this is where I want to go with this one, but you're going to need some luck. You throw this as the shamrock pick for the shamrock. Okay? This is the horseshoe pick for you. You're going to need some luck. This could be some skill move, but you got to have a lot of luck. A lot of less bust, a lot of boom. Without further ado, let's get started. Craig, older brother.
Yes.
Who's your stardom? Gotta start him this week.
He already played.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And he's a bum. We're done. I'm done with Mike Davis.
Whoa. The Mike Davis trade.
I'm off. I'm off. Nope, I'm done.
Is Mike Davis is
Mike Davis is costing me. He's done.
Is the train done? The train's hit the station.
Cost me last week. Cost me last night. I'll tell you what I am doing this week, though. My stardom this week is the combination of Wentz and Fulgham on Sunday night against the Cowboys.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Now, is that your shamrock? Are you already doing you're going to need some luck on this
one? You won't need any luck. Eagles are back.
I will give you that one because I had Fulgham written down too because they're playing the Cowboys and they suck against receivers. But I'll go with I got to pronounce this right here. Brandon Ayuk on the Niners, because the Hawks have been pretty bad against the right receiver passing game as well. And then I'm going to go.
And they don't really have a running game right now.
If he's healthy, because he was questionable last time I looked, is Jonnu Smith against the Bengals, because the Bengals suck against tight ends.
But Jonnu Smith, I like that. But 2 weeks, he struggled.
Playing the Bengals, they don't cover the tight end very well.
They
so
don't.
If he's fully healthy, I would play him.
They don't. Well, as we start to dive in, you got the obvious starts, in my opinion. But right now, the Cleveland Browns receiving core without Odell, without Cooper. Help me out, Hooper. Austin Hooper. There we go. I don't know about Jarvis Landry. The guy's always questionable. I think he's thrown as many touchdown passes as Baker Mayfield, though. But Baker Mayfield is my start. I think the 5-2 heading into Las Vegas. Las Vegas is like the 25th ranked defense, I want to say. Maybe it's like 27th on passing, something to that extent. So I think Baker Mayfield could be doing a lot of dump offs to Kareem. I think you've got is it Harrison Bryant, who's the
rookie tight end?
Yeah, I think the rookie tight end is going to come up big. I don't know about Jarvis Landry, but I do think that Peoples versus Jones. I think Peoples Jones might and that, you know what, Peoples Jones. That's going to be that is my gold coin half moon. Gonna need some luck on that one, but I think Baker Mayfield is your start. Any other must starts?
If you're like me and have Aaron Jones, he ain't gonna be playing. I would must start Jamal Williams in that spot.
Jamal Williams.
Yeah, if you got Aaron Jones, you probably don't have a lot of other options. You better start him.
What else you got? You got another must start there, Corey?
Nope, I gave a couple. That's what I had.
Okay, all right. I'll start with my sit-ems. I'm sitting Roethlisberger. I actually put him out. He's playing Baltimore. The Baltimore defense is coming off a bye week, right? They didn't play last week, right?
Nope.
Yeah, they were off. I think they're going to be well rested. He does have a lot of offensive options still, but I just think the Ravens defense is looking really crisp right now coming off a bye week. So I'm sitting I'm playing James Conner. I'm playing the run game. I am not doing the pass game.
I'm looking forward to that game, though. That's going to be a good game.
It's going to be an awesome game.
I 100% agree with you, because some of my notes were any of the Pittsburgh receivers. I would not be start. I'd be tempted to not start also. So that's a good pick.
Cool.
But
We're smart.
that's the head nod. Yeah, I am sitting T.J. Hawkinson this week if I have him as my tight end against the Colts defense.
Nice, me too.
Colts defense is great against the tight end position.
They are. I am benching CeeDee Lamb because your QB is probably going to be Ben DiNucci. So I'm limiting my expectations on that offense.
Let me back that up then, because I actually had my must-start defense was who is that? That's Philadelphia.
Correct.
I'm actually starting the Eagles D against the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like they've got. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough go, in my opinion.
I think they should start their offensive coordinator at QB instead of DiNucci. Kellen Moore was already there. He knows the offense. He runs the offense. He could probably play better.
That would be awesome.
Wow, that'd be kind of cool.
That's all I'm saying.
Just suit him up.
Yeah. My second one was to Drew Brees is limit your expectations because he's playing the Bears. They're second against QBs, and they've only given up 6 touchdowns in the last 7 games and no 300-yard passers.
So wait,
And he's out without Michael Thomas.
who do you think is going to win that game? Because right now you got the 5-2 Bears versus like the 4-3 Saints or something like that.
I still don't trust the Bears very much.
I chose the Saints.
I chose Saints and Pickem.
Plus, Allen Robinson's going to be out.
Questionable.
He's like doubtful.
he's been down.
have
He's
them.
been down.
Yes.
Or upgraded.
Upgraded to doubtful.
By Sunday morning, he may be out.
Yeah. Well, he is 85 years old. I was kind of wondering when that was going to happen. All right, who's your any other like sit-ums? If not, we'll move on to the waiver wire pickup. We're going to start with Corey this time. Corey, if that person's sitting out there, who you grabbing?
So I got a couple guys here. The first one is Nelson Aguilar. He's been doing almost number one receiver work for Oakland right now. Even with Ruggs coming back, he still has a connection with Carr going. Another one to look for is if you've had Carson or Hyde, you pick up DJ Dallas because Hyde got put down to doubtful, and now Carson's questionable, and they might have to rely on DJ Dallas that entire game. If you
Diamond Dallas.
Really, if you were Diamond Dallas Page, it's me, it's DDP. And then I'll throw out my horseshoe pick here.
Ooh,
it's JaMychal Hasty on the Niners.
The backup to McKinney right
the
now.
backup to McKinnon because
McKinnon, yeah.
Mostert and Wilson are both out.
Yes.
Hasty looked a lot better. He looks powerful when he was running, but he needs to get the carries, so you need that luck for him. But if he goes off, he's going to be good.
Okay, I was going to say Hasty too. Right now, here's what I have. I need your guys' help because these are the three people that I really want to pull the trigger on. Okay, and these are probably available as a waiver wire pickup too. Okay, Hasty against the Seahawks defense in the flex option. Malcolm Brown playing the Miami Dolphins, who with Tua starting, that could go either way. You could even see a lot more rushing because the Rams could get up to a quick start, and then they're just going to go Henderson, Brown the entire time, run it out. Or you've got Donovan, Peoples versus Jones. Who is it that you're starting? I'm going to tell you this right now. I love Donovan Peoples versus Jones because he's a kick returner. You got Landry. You don't have many options right now. Who's the other one? I think there's another Browns receiver that I know I'm forgetting.
Well, Higgins is there, and there's another guy. I think they were supposed to activate like a young guy that they liked, but I forget his name too.
I like Higgins. He's decent.
Yeah, Higgins decent.
So waiver wire, pick him up as a flex.
I feel like you've already talked yourself into what you want to do.
Yeah.
No,
what I'm saying is you're the gold coin, and I'm saying put all your gold coins in the middle and go all in and go Hasty because
I'd choose Hasty also.
Go all in. That's what I'm saying.
I'm a Seahawks fan, though, so it's rough. But I'm telling you, you put anyone in the running back position on the Niners, and they're going to get injured. Debo Samuel, one play, boom, done. That was so crazy.
But you can pick up somebody for fantasy and still be a Seahawks fan because the score could be 50-49. If Seahawks win, you're okay.
Which is a lot of their games. So
Okay, listen. Last Sunday night, I was in Las Vegas in a suite, screaming at my TV because I'm playing one guy. He's got Russell. I'm like, just throw interception here.
rooting against your own team.
Which then Russell did throw the interception at that point, and then that was the downfall. So everyone can blame me.
So you were pissed at DK for tackling him because you would have got more minus points for that guy on that
I was pissed.
six.
I lost the game because of that.
We don't have pick six.
You don't have
We
pick
do.
six penalties
against quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're talking about that on this next upcoming episode.
You need to.
That would make a lot of people mad in my league, and I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, sorry. Who's your waiver wire?
Oh, let's see here. I had Aguilar. That's good. That would have been my number one, and I will do this lucky charm.
Shamrock.
Thing. See that? I'm giving you guys praise for your guys' things. I can look at my paper. I got it here.
That's 2 tips of the cap.
My Shamrock here. That you need a little help, but if you need a tight end, Richard Rodgers.
Yes, I got Richard Rodgers on number one. Yes,
That's who I would.
Eagles playing.
Yes.
Who do we say? Eagles playing Dallas.
Yes, that's
He's
a good.
so happy.
Because I think it's a great play.
He just gave me the tip of that.
Right back to you.
Dude, we're having some mutual. Either we've like how women they get on the same cycle. We might be on the same fantasy football cycle. How's your records doing?
I was gonna say, now all these guys are going to get hurt and suck because we were agreeing.
How are you guys' records? I'm 7-0 in one league. The worst I am right now is 3-4 in 2 or 3 leagues, but I am mostly 4. I'm like 3. I'm 4-3 as well. What do you guys
I am
have?
solidly in the middle on each. I'm doing 2 leagues. I'm 4-3 and 3-4.
Okay.
In the 3-4 league, I'll explain later because I have a trade question I'm going to put out for the listeners to answer.
Yes.
On.
Go. All right.
So I'm 3-4 in both my leagues. One of them I'm leading in points, and the other one I'm like second in points. So I'm a little disappointed that I'm 3-4.
Yeah, I hate that. Eric Madrid's got the same thing going. He's so frustrated right now. Makes you want to make dumb decisions.
Yes.
You're ready to trade players and just try to change your juju and all this stuff. But it's like you got to just stay the course. You're just having some bad luck. It could stay with you, but
We'll see if you agree when I tell you the trade later.
all right, sounds good. So we're gonna jump into questions real quick. We got Tony Signani. Lock of the week. Who are we picking? Lock of the week.
I got Tampa over the Giants Monday night game.
I got the Eagles over the Cowboys.
That's your. Should we do upset of the week? Upset.
Upset it.
Let's do.
I got upset too.
Let's do upset because I think, and you're gonna hate me for this. Lions are beating the Colts.
Boo!
Tip of the cap.
I take the hat back.
I do have the Eagles beating the Cowboys though.
That's not an upset though.
I'm just saying. I got
Maybe an upset
I got
house.
at least one Bentley brother on my side right now.
So I gave my
You need an upset.
thing. I need an upset. I'm gonna go Cincy over Tennessee.
Look at what that says. Mine. Bengals over Titans.
Oh, dude.
Ooh,
Upset. That's what I'm choosing. as well.
5-1, 1-5. Is this on the Matt Pugsley league too?
That's what I
I'm good.
I picked it in the Pick'em as well.
Wow, proud of you guys. I'm going Jets over KC. Just kidding.
Do it.
Do it. No, that's.
It could be a gold coin thing
Yeah,
too.
it could
Also,
You're gonna need
You
it.
need 700 gold coins for this to work.
All the Chiefs get COVID. All right. What was your upset? Did you have your upset?
Yeah, it's the.
Oh yeah, Bengals. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into the questions. Let's get into the questions by Tony Signani. Right now, he says, will Tampa Bay allude to Fournette faster because they're playing the Giants? Who wins the backfield touches in Tampa? Is it going to be Ronald Jones Jr. or Leonardo Fournette?
I think Ronald Jones still is going to lead the temps.
I think he's going to get first chance at it, but I think it's still going to be, if it's not 50-50, it's going to be 60-40 because Arians rides. If Fournette's out there and he's hot, he's going to ride him. He rides a hot hand.
Were you surprised last night how quickly they would go to Hill instead of Gurley and back and forth? Are they trying to work Hill
Watching
in?
it felt like they were trying to give Gurley rest on his knee because along the season they've been giving him a lot of carries for coming off all his knee problems, and it felt like they were just trying to rest him.
Yeah, it was weird.
I wasn't as surprised about that as I was how they went to Samuel instead of Mike Davis.
All right, we've got. Do you see Dobbins eating into Gus Edwards' reps this week?
I've never been high on Gus Edwards anyway, so.
Well, so they're playing the Steelers, right? Steelers are second against running backs, I think, in fantasy. They're giving like 3 yards a carry, so both of them are going to have trouble like finding room anyway. So Edwards is going to be, if he has any chance, it's going to be short game on the goal line, and Dobbins is going to have to break something like Sanders did against them, where he had like that long run. That's the only way you're going to get anything. A lot of the short, they're just going to stuff most of it.
So basically, are you just going to
I wouldn't play
I wouldn't
either
play
of
either
them.
you wouldn't flex either?
But I think
Flex
Dobbins'
them.
chance is that long breakaway if he gets on the outside and somehow gets through just like Sanders did.
This is again, Signani's on it. What receivers do you start for what receivers do you start for the Steelers? We already said, Craig said, don't start any of them. Gun to head, got to start one. Who you starting?
Pride Deontay.
I'll go Claypool.
I'll go Washington because I feel like Washington always just kind of pops up. Then I'm like, oh, that's our state.
I'm going Claypool because he has a chance. They run those screens and they run those little. They do a lot of with him that if he doesn't get certain passes, he can do more.
Would you think a year ago any of us would have not said Juju?
Yeah, he's going to score 4 touchdowns.
I don't think I would have said Juju last year. Juju wasn't as good. I think the whole Antonio Brown thing, I feel like that whole thing just killed the Steelers' momentum. Like the whole thing. The inner fighting and this and that. And you can blame who for that? Who's the Bengal that you can blame for the ruining of the Steelers?
Because he knocked his concussion into his head.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go. Vontaze. Who is the Browns receiver to own now? Landry or Higgins? We kind of covered this, but you're owning who?
Peoples. You said Peoples.
You
changed it.
Jones. Absolutely.
That's not the question changed.
No.
Trav answered it.
No. All right. Let's see. Next one. Why do people wear masks when they're by themselves in the car? That's a Holly Graff question. Why does Tom Brady sit while he pees? That's another question. What is the meaning of life? Why is the bean burrito at Mazatlan so good? These are really good fantasy football questions.
They're solid life questions, though.
But here's one from Dustin Deckel. He says Aguilar or Higgins.
I'm going Aguilar.
Yeah, I would go Aguilar.
Also, with the Cowboys onto the third string, is Amari Cooper worth the start?
I would have a hard time starting him. Like I said, I have CD in 2 leagues, and I'm benching him. If you have better options, that offense.
I've got Amari
can't look
Cooper.
good.
I'm keeping him going because I bet against him like 2 weeks ago. He did great. I have a feeling Dalton loved Cooper.
Yeah.
I wonder if a lot of the plays are designed for Cooper. Possibly.
My question is going to be, how much does this? You're on a third stringer. Your offensive line is in absolute pieces.
Yeah.
He's not going to have any time to throw. Like, if they get something, it's going to be on one of those like broken, like he just bombs the ball up and something like that. But the Eagles' defensive line isn't that bad.
No.
So they're gonna go eat at that quarterback.
All right. Anything to add before we sign off? We went over 15 minutes. Not a big deal. I did have a 40-minute intro. Do you anything to add?
Can I do the trade thing real quick, and they can answer the question?
Yes.
So I'm 3-4 in Craig's league, and I got this guy offer me a trade because I am running back
Heavy. Light?
weak.
Weak.
I had Barkley and Drake were my top 2 running backs.
I got a question for you. Okay, keep going.
So I ended up trading for Jonathan Taylor, but I still need help at running back. So my receivers that I have right now are Hopkins, Galladay, Jefferson, Claypool, and Marquise Brown. And Fulgham I actually have. I have a ton of receivers.
Oof.
I'm getting offered right now Chase Edmonds, DK Metcalf, and Justin Tucker for Hopkins and my kicker, Koo. And it is getting hard for me to not accept it, even though giving up Hopkins, getting DK, and getting the running back help for Edmonds. I'm having a hard time with it.
I traded Hopkins earlier this year. There's only a few people that I would have traded Hopkins for. Who did I get? I got Will Fuller and a running back for it. So I was happy with that. I got Joe Mixon and Will Fuller. I traded away Mark Ingram and Hopkins. And so right now everyone's injured, so who cares? But Hopkins, I feel like that guy is always questionable. He's always seems to pop up on the questionable report at the very beginning of every week.
But he catches like 10 balls.
But then he catches 10 balls.
Yeah.
How big is your PPR for your league? I guess that's the question.
Yours is half, right? Yeah, half PPR.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna get throws.
So if you guys answer that question, put it in the comments. Tell me if I should do that trade.
Yeah, message us, comment. Let us know. I had one offer today or the other day. Gurley. No, everyone wants Henry. Henry's off the block, guys. Sorry. But I had Gurley, and they offered me Fulgham. And I almost went for it. But anyway. Hey, real quick. IR's starting to pile up on my bench. Got Mostert, got Eckler, got Debo. At what point do you start dropping your IR players? You know that all those guys are planning to be back by week 10 kind of a thing, week 11, heading into the playoffs if you're in a fantasy football league, probably towards the end of the season. when do you start dumping players so you can start playing players that can play?
Well, because of COVID this year, we have 2 spots, but we've only always had 1 spot, so we couldn't have 3 or 4 people on our IR.
Right, exactly. My bench is now filled with IR. Like, I got 1 IR spot.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And now it's like I need to start offloading people at some point.
I
with
think
bye
it's
weeks
super situational of what your other positions are if you really plan on having that guy come back. And who it is, because there's a lot of trades I've seen of guys flipping, like Chubb and McCaffrey getting flipped for somebody that can wait on them, for somebody else that can't wait because they have so much going on. So if you have the roster space and you can trade for somebody like that, you can hold on to them to use them later than when they're back, then make that trade and get that guy for later.
Gotcha. Like go for handcuffs too. Sounds like
it's really comes down to need. If you need that spot really badly, then I would try to trade those guys before dropping them for certain names that have value for later. Like McCaffrey got traded a week after he got injured. Yep. So I mean, that person got value long term. The other person got their short term relief because they needed to win.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Throw the trade comment in the comments. Hit us up with more questions. Thank you to Tony, Signani, and Dustin Deckel, and then a little bit of thank you to Hollygraph for all those questions. All right.
I would have answered them.
Maybe on this next. We'll do it. Actually, maybe we'll do it on the next pod. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.